Okay, so in the previous video we talked about how to find the area of that shape, and what we did was we broke it into two separate pieces. We found the area of this top piece and the area of the bottom piece and added those two numbers together to get the area of the total shape. Well, now we're going to look at how to find the perimeter of the shape. Now, perimeter is all sides, the length of all sides added together. Because the perimeter is the distance around the shape. So all we have to do is figure out the length of all of these sides, add them together, and we will have the perimeter. So I have this distance, I have this distance, I've got this one and this one. I'm missing these two pieces. So what I need to do is somehow figure out what those are. We talked earlier in the previous video of how to find the distance of this piece. And we said that we took 10 minus the 6 and we were left with 4. Well, if I think about it, this distance is the same as this distance. So this has to be 4 as well. Okay, we can get rid of that. So I know that this distance is going to be 4 centimeters. On this side, we talked about in the previous video of how to find how long this side was. I said that the entire piece is 9 centimeters tall. If I took the 9 centimeters and got rid of the 2 centimeters that were here, because this is 2 centimeters tall, then I would have the 9 minus 2, which is going to be 7 centimeters. So now I have all of the sides, and all I have to do is add them up. So the perimeter is going to equal 4 plus 7 plus 6 plus 2 plus 10 plus 9. Okay? So all of the sides added. So 4 plus 7, that's going to be 11, plus 6 is 17, plus 2 is 19, plus 10 is 29, plus 9 is 38. So the perimeter is going to be 38 centimeters, not squared. So the difference between area and perimeter is area will always be units squared. Perimeter, though, is just the unit, right? Because we're not multiplying anything, we're just adding things up. So it's just going to be centimeters. Let's take a look at another example. Calculate the area and perimeter of the shape. Okay, so we now have this weird U shape, right? We're going to look at finding the area first. Okay, so to find the area of this U shape, okay, what I could do is I could use subtraction to find the area of the U shape by realizing that if I had this piece filled in, if this was filled in, this would just be a giant rectangle, right? So if I can figure out what the area of this piece is and subtract it from the area of the entire rectangle, I'll have this shaded in region. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to figure out the area of the entire thing, and I'm going to subtract the area of just that inside piece to get the area of the U shape. Okay, so let's go ahead and figure out the area of this whole piece, which is not very hard. What we have to realize is that it's a rectangle, so that's going to be base times height, right? So I need to figure out what the base is, and I already know what the height is. The height is going to be 8 centimeters. Okay. The base is the distance all the way across the bottom. I don't have any numbers here, but if I look at the top, I know that this piece is 4 centimeters because it matches this. I know that this piece is 4 centimeters because it matches this. And I also know that this middle piece, even though I don't have anything up here, it's still 4 centimeters because it matches the length of this piece. So if I add these up, I know that the base is going to be 12 centimeters. So the area of the entire rectangle of this big piece right here, everything together, is going to be 12 times 8, which is going to be 96 centimeters squared. Okay. I still have to figure out what the area of that small inside piece is. So I'm looking at this right here. It's a square, which is a rectangle, so I'm still using A equals base times height. I need to figure out what the base is and the height. Okay, so the base is definitely going to be 4 centimeters. And the height is also going to be 4 centimeters because it matches the height of this side. So the height also equals 4. So for here, area equals base times height, which is 4 times 4, and that's 16. Okay, so the area of the U shape is going to be the area of the entire rectangle minus that little inside piece, and that's going to be 96 minus 16, which is 80 centimeters squared. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about perimeter. Go ahead and clear this off. Alright, so perimeter is all sides added. So we have to figure out the length of each side. Well, we just discussed previously that the length of this base was 12 centimeters. I know that that's 8, that's 4. This is also 4. That's 4, that's 4, that's 4. And this is also going to be 8 centimeters because it matches the length of this side. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and write everything down. I have perimeter equals 12 plus 8 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus this 4, and finally plus that 8. A lot of 4s there. That's okay. So I have 12 plus 8, that's 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 48. So the perimeter is going to equal 48 centimeters. And that's how you find the area and perimeter of that compound shape.